What is going on, everybody? I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. So first and foremost, and I wanted to do something a little bit differently today and just talk about watching what these institutions and organizations are doing versus the narrative and what they are saying. So we can see from the Bank for International Settlements today, they put out this final report extending and aligning payment systems operating hours for cross-border payments. Now, I wanted to go through this just briefly here. And they don't directly mention blockchain. They don't directly mention distributed ledger technology or crypto. We know that the Bank for International Settlements has a sandbox platform. We know that whenever they announce things regarding digital assets, CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, and crypto, they kind of piggyback on top of the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, the European Central Bank, etc., etc. So let's talk about, what they're dealing with as far as what they're saying, technology is going to be doing as far as cross-border payments are concerned, and just maybe think about what that might mean because, from the tech standpoint, what do you think banks are integrating with besides DLT because they haven't been able to update their systems for, decades upon decades. So first and foremost, changes in cost to expand existing resilience and risk mitigation measures could be substantial, particularly for extensions of operating hours into new operating days. For example, real-time gross settlement systems operators and their participants may need to update or replace their technology platforms and software to maintain resilience. That's point one. All right, such changes are likely to extend beyond core operational functions to include additional staffing adjustments in related areas, such as technology and customer support, for both the payment system operator and participants as well as other parties. Extended real-time gross settlement operating hours could have different impacts on financial institutions' intraday capital and liquidity management, especially as technology develops to enable more efficient liquidity management, aka distributed ledger technology and blockchain, and recycling of balances following the determination of final settlement. Blah, 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 blah. Just because they are not saying directly crypto and DLT and blockchain, these banks have not been able to upgrade their systems for decades upon decades. This is why you see the rhetoric of moving towards from T+2, which is 2 days for the settlement to occur, to T+1. Once you get, which is 1 day, once you get to T+1, where do you think it goes next? It goes in instantaneous settlement, real-time gross settlement, that T+0 framework. Bank for International Settlements certainly tied into what's going on across the board here. Wanted to talk about this. This is from Deloitte. This is one of the big four in the entire world. Ernst & Young, I think I saw a news announcement today as well regarding Polygon and Ethereum, so pay attention to that. But they're putting out blockchain, and is it ready for business? There was one sentence within here which was interesting, talking about a lot of hype, but then talking about cryptocurrencies and distributed ledger technology fundamentally changing the nature of doing business across organizational boundaries and helping companies reimagine how they make and manage identity, data, branding, provenance, professional certifications, copyrights, and other tangible and digital assets. Emerging technical advancements and regulatory standards, especially in non-public networks and platforms, are helping drive enterprise DLT, distributed ledger technology adoption beyond financial service organizations. Now, a little bit on that. Obviously, the payments, get attacked first because there's a huge pain point across the globe in payments and settlements. But non-traditional financial aspects are certainly going to get attacked as well, as far as data provenance, as far as data custody, as far as things like health records and birth certificates, as far as things like criminal records, as far as tying people in to kind of this new initiative, this, but this ledger of interoperability that is going to be, that is being built out currently. So you can see this trend in action. You can see the readiness, which should give you guys a huge grin on your face because it tells you still, even from one of the big four in the entire world, we are very freaking early in relevance. And you can see 4 out of 5 stars for relevance. Looking at the total market today, you can see Bitcoin here still. Looking at that 29K level, we're real close to it again. I mean, these are weekly candles, so watching these on time frames like the weekly for me is just more interesting. Maybe we do have a bounce, maybe we don't, but looking at the total crypto market cap, again, zoom out and understand where a new asset class goes, right? If you look back to 2015, when we bottomed in this entire market for crypto, the entire crypto market cap was $2.3 billion, right? January 2015. You look at 2018, January 2018, when the total crypto market cap topped, you were like, this is arguable because I think it was around 800. It was like 850 or 830 billion dollars. Look at where we bought them. Look at what we hit this year, 2.6 trillion, and where we're at now. So it's a complete joke. I think this market might be the market cap excluding Bitcoin, actually. So apologies for that. But just pay attention to some of these trend lines and frameworks here. And talking about watching what they do and not what they are saying. Paxos integrating with State Street custody and a blockchain settlement pilot. Wonder if you guys have ever heard some of these names. One of the existing members was Credit Suisse, also taking part in the pilot. Previous participants have included ABN AMRO, Bank of America, Nomura, who I talked about yesterday, which is Japan's largest investment bank, Societe Generale, and Wedbush. Paxos announcing that State Street has integrated Paxos' custody offering for a pilot program within Paxos Settlement Service that uses a permissioned blockchain with tokenized money to settle stock transactions on a same day, or, what did I just talk about? T+0. 0-day settlement, right? And then it gets to instantaneous. How large is State Street? Ranked 15th on the list of largest banks in the United States by assets, one of the largest asset management companies in the world with $3.9 trillion under asset management and $43.3 trillion under custody and administration, and they are integrating with blockchain under a proof of concept for settlement via stocks. Shopify merchants now accept instant crypto payments. This is through Crypto.com. This is all of Crypto.com, or all of Shopify's merchants. Crypto.com is waiving the 0.5% settlement fee. Let's see who some of the merchants are within Shopify. All right, run the gamut here, and thank you for the comment, because I was saying gamut before. Biggest companies using Shopify, KKW Beauty, blah, 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 blah. Penguin Books is bigger. Hyatt Hotels is bigger. Red Bull, Whole Foods, getting into the top fives here. This is Kraft and Heinz. Tesla is number one. Going back, Pepsi Company. This is Louis Vuitton, Nestle, you can see Pepsi there, and this is Anheuser-Busch. Probably nothing to see there, right? Ripple and Fincy introducing the benefits of on-demand liquidity, which utilizes XRP or can utilize XRP into Lithuania. This is a new corridor, gigantic. Also, a lot of people might have missed this today. DLT Finance becomes Germany's first crypto-focused financial institute for digital asset services, essentially receiving 9 licenses, I believe. DLT Finance has received 9 new BaFin licenses, making the company Germany's first crypto-focused financial institute for digital asset brokerage, custody, and staking services. The unique licenses through DLT Finance's subsidiary company means its clients will no longer need their own license, but will be able to trade legally and securely within distributed ledger technology, or DLT, this is the company, DLT Finance's platform. These licenses, etc., etc., etc. Checking into DLT Finance, the regulated API to digital assets, trusted by Bank Frick, Bittrex, Bitstamp, Kraken, more and more and more. Direct access to over 200 different cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, BNB, Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP, Stellar, Uniswap, and many more. Saw this article today, which made me kind of giggle, but it's a no-brainer, right? Why Hedera? Hedera hashgraph and HBAR, the asset within the Hedera hashgraph ecosystem, stand alone as a unique opportunity within the cryptocurrency space. What if I told you there was a crypto out there that is governed, operated, and managed by a cohort of Fortune 500 companies like Alphabet, who owns Google, and IBM? Used for an array of interesting projects and use cases. It can be bought for just 10 cents per token. And one more thing, it isn't a blockchain. That is exactly why that's exactly what Hedera hashgraph is. If you haven't looked into HBAR, if you haven't looked into Hedera hashgraph, look at some of the initiatives that Avery Dennison have talked about. Look at some of the governing board members like Tata Communications and Deutsche Telekom and Boeing, etc., etc., etc. across the board. Look at some of the carbon neutral or carbon negative initiatives that they're surrounding themselves with. Look at Tune.fm. Look at the patent that I found a couple of years ago talking about updating the smart grids through the Department of Defense and the Secretary of the Navy dealing in Hedera hashgraph prior to the network even launching. These networks are being tested out, ladies and gentlemen. Last but not least, Robinhood developing a non-custodial crypto wallet launching later this year that will also showcase NFTs. This upcoming wallet will allow users to hold their own private keys. Tons of information. Doesn't matter what the price is. This is why innovation is so necessary in this space. I put out a post yesterday and a video yesterday saying that these organizations dealing in blockchain and DLT are not just throwing their hands up because prices are down and saying, well, shit, we tried. We might as well give up. No, the innovation continues, and that innovation is going to spark the next bull market that we are going to see. Long term, next 3 years. Short term, maybe we bounce from here. I've been talking about my bearish targets, but also not going to sit there and negate the fact that we could certainly flip and turn bullish, if we get over certain indicators, looking at that 40K level right now. We will see where we go. Be patient, everybody. Understand what they are building. Watch what they are doing, not what they are saying, because you better believe 2024, 2025, based on the video that I put out yesterday, and I fervently believe this, is going to be that time frame where we start to see certain aspects of utility-driven digital assets start to come to fruition and flourish, especially ones dealing in payments and settlement, especially ones that are already tied into the legacy financial institutions and system. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will talk to you when I talk to you later.